I'm Evan Moody.
I'm Andy Gruthius.
And you're listening to Nothing Worthwhile
with Moody and Groo.
And on today's show, we'll give you our 2023 WWE Royal Rumble thoughts and predictions.
Nothing Worthwhile, the recognized symbol of excellence in crappy podcasting.
From Sweden, Visions. Tonight, hidden camera commercials. What are they hiding?
Are you aware, sir, that you are drinking Colombian decaffeinated coffee crystals?
Am I? Why, it's delicious. It tastes like rich-bodied regular coffee.
It took 264 hidden camera customers before that reaction was obtained. I am Knorben Knudsen for Swedish Television 1, and tonight we are going to examine the American craze of hidden camera commercials, particularly what doesn't make it to your home television set. Watch this unused camera take.
Sir, do you realize that you are not drinking regular coffee, but Colombian decaffeinated coffee crystals?
What?
I said you're drinking Colombian decaf coffee crystals.
What? You son of a bitch! You no good damn son of a bitch! You lied to me! You told me this was just your
And now live from Shreveport, Louisiana via international satellite hookup, the victim of that hidden camera commercial, Michael Huff. Mr. Huff, how do you feel about your experience on hidden camera?
Angry.
Who's number 30? What? What is this? It's John Cena! John Cena! Oh my gosh! Number 30! This is unbelievable! You gotta be kidding me! Oh my God! Triple H's expression told the entire story! It's exploding! Madison Square Garden! John Cena, the 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble match! And yes, indeed, this is just Kentucky! All the action has stopped in the ring! You've got to be kidding me! John Cena just told Triple H, it's go time! Oof! Cena going right to the biggest man, Mark Henry! Boom! Down goes Henry! Down goes Tom! Look at Cena! Are you kidding me? God! John Cena's gone nuts! Look at this! Cena's elimination machine! No way! Well, I guess there's no ring rust on John Cena! Turn around!
It looks like John Cena has totally recovered from that torn pectoral muscle.
Is it? Can it be? It is! The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
Oh my gosh!
It has been rumored for weeks that the hottest free agent in sports entertainment was heading to WWE. Styles is here.
Former IWGP champion, same as Brock Lesnar.
An 18-year veteran. A mastermind of offensive innovation. A star around the world. Roman Reigns realizes what he faces now. And I can't believe what we're about to see.
In the Royal Rumble, Snooker! And Hulk Hogan eliminates the Superfly. Hogan going right after Haku. Now to the other corner. Hulk Hogan, you talk about preparation. Hogan is ready. Yes! Eliminated Haku. So now the Hulkster quickly eliminates two. Martel and Santana. The Warrior in there with him. Every man for himself. It really is. The honky-tonk man to the right and the Hulkster levels in. Watch out! Martel! Santana! Santana's out. And we're down to four guys. Honky Tonk, the model Rick Martel, the Ultimate Warrior, and the champion Hulk Hogan. As you see Martel and the Warrior going at it. Shawn Michaels of the Rockers. Shawn Michaels makes it 5 in the ring. And Honky Tonk, Hogan eliminating the Honky Tonk Man. Shawn Michaels eliminated by the Warrior. And Rick Martel eliminated by the Warrior. And look at this. Look at this. My God. Hulk Hogan and the Warrior. There is not a person sitting down. Everyone on his feet. Look at the eyes of the Hulkster. The eyes of the Warrior. Whoa! What a matchup this is gonna be! The Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, one-on-one! Hold on to your seats! This place is going to explode! Whoa! Nobody moves! Again! Oh my God! Nobody moves! Look at this! Crisscross! The Hulkster's down. He missed a clothesline. Oh, and they clothesline each other.
Guys. Rusev's in this. Rusev's in this. There's a spear. I'm looking back. Rusev was never eliminated. Rusev is still in this match. What? Rusev entered at number 15. And looking back on my notes, I thought he was gone. No, Rusev was never eliminated. Well, wait a minute. But now he is. Roman Reigns is going to Wrestlemania.
Here is your winner, Roman Reigns.
We have witnessed the advent of Roman Reigns. Last year he tasted it as runner-up. This year he wins it.
That's the prize that awaits Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar.
Okay. On the road to WrestleMania, on the road to our 100th episode, which will take place live and in person in Orlando, Florida, for Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Tonight we take a slight detour, a mini-sode, if you will. Nothing Worthwhile will give you our sweet, dear listeners, our predictions for the 2023 Royal Rumble taking place in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas this Saturday night, January 28th. Evan Moody, Phoenix, Arizona. Andrew Gruthius, Coconut Creek, Florida. Let's bring him in. Our resident Royal Rumbologist, Andrew Gruthius. Groo, a special mini-sode. How are you on a rare weekday evening taping?
Good evening. Good evening. Very, very nice to be here with you tonight. Yes. How you doing? Thursday night, almost Friday, almost the weekend, almost time for the Royal Rumble, where shit gets real.
I feel like all the stars have aligned. I mean, I'm so excited for Bruce and the Florida trip, and then to get the Royal Rumble the Saturday before. It's just like this couldn't have been any better. I mean, I haven't looked forward to a weekend like this in quite a while.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm really. Is it now every former PPV now premium live event, whatever the hell? Is everyone now on Saturday? Are they done with Sundays? Is that what it?
No, I believe it's a little bit more. I think the feeling is, from what I read, they like the Saturday night pay-per-view.
I do too.
Okay, let me ask you why.
Because what the fuck do I do on a Saturday? Jack shit. So now not only do I have something to look forward to on Saturday nights, I have a reason not to do shit on Saturday nights. And I have every excuse in the world. So basically a crutch, but I'm not going to lie.
Well, basically our loser lives notwithstanding, do you think that it Saturday nights is more of a big fight feel, like boxing, like UFC, like those feels? It
really does. It's like I can picture like going to like somebody's house, like tonight's the Royal Rumble, tonight's Wrestlemania, like because remember when these pay-per-views started, when we were huge Hulkamaniacs back in the 80s. They were on Sunday afternoons, so they could be like conjugal. Is that a word for that? Or congregational or whatever. It could be like a gathering, but a Sunday night because tomorrow Monday was work and it wasn't going to be a big thing. I just feel like this brings back that kind of feel. So the answer to your question is yes. Okay. Well,
I think the WWE, I think they'll play with it a little bit and see what works best. But Groo, let's get right to it. Let's enough of this talk.
It's a mini-sode today. We are giving a little bonus thing, right?
Absolutely right, Groo. Yeah. Today's Nothing Worthwhile mini-sode 2020 Nothing Worthwhile Royal Rumble Thoughts and Predictions is brought to you, of course, by New You Life Center. 'Tis the season for a New You resolution. Groo, did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
Have you stuck to them so far?
Nope.
Okay. Life-changing.
Not a one. Never have, never will. But I will still make them every year, believing that I will. And you know what? Every day or every year, I wake up on the 1st, and I'm still here. So,
all right.
What more can we ask for?
I, for one, am glad. Life-changing solutions tailored to your goals. Check out all of their medical weight loss programs: semaglutide and B12, Samarilin and glycine, and various appetite suppressants at www.newlifecenters.com or give them a call, 480-274-0068. Let's start that new you. All right, Groo, it is indeed Royal Rumble time for all WWE fans, perhaps the most exciting premium live event that the WWE offers, sort of a Teflon gimmick. Groo, we all know what's going on outside the company, all the controversy. Vince is gone, Vince is back. But as a fan, in terms of the in-ring product and creative storylines, how are you feeling as a member of the WWE Universe? Has the WWE delivered for you as a fan as we head into this Saturday?
Absolutely. It's delivered in ways that it hasn't delivered in a very long time, meaning that I am hooked. I am. As I was telling you a little earlier, I am like constantly looking for the latest updates as far as rumors and innuendo and is Vince back? Is he? Who's at the controls? Who's coming? Is The Rock involved? What like I and the bloodline, and I'm just always constantly looking forward to the next show. So I'm excited for SmackDown tomorrow night to see how they set up things going into the Rumble on Saturday. Then you take a break on Sunday and see all the shit come down on Monday. And I'm psyched for all of it. And it hasn't been that way in a long time. And I guess I gotta hand it to Triple H on. What else could it be, right?
I definitely think he's delivered for the most part. I'm always cautiously optimistic. I'm not even really factoring in the Vince thing, right now. I mean, obviously, as a fan, I'm aware of it, but I think he is added a sense of realism to the storylines. I think he's been able to more effectively use the entire roster. And slow burn storylines that keep us hooked, but it's not a 1 or 2 week thing. As we always joke around, it's not Chris Jericho spilling coffee on Kane and then there's a cage the next day on Raw. And again, always said Vince McMahon hit on a lot more than missed, but I think just that his time has come. I think at least in the creative piece, and I'm happy that it's in the hands of Triple H and whoever else he has deemed. They've had some interesting stuff on what he does, some of the changes he has made in creative in terms of guys in the truck, the guys who produce the segments, that whole bloodline, that great bloodline segment from Monday night was produced by Michael Hayes. And
is
that
he was
so?
That's
correct.
Really? All right, well, bravo to him.
I don't want to gum up the conversation, but I know you're you're a Hollywood guy, so he has the producer who does the creative piece, and then he has another guy in the truck, the writer, who will be able to tell the truck the different lines, and so they can hit all the angles on television. So it's really like a whole collaborative thing where not only do they have a guy that's doing the wrestling piece, but they got a guy in the truck trying to help the directors, get the best shots for each segment.
It's a live television really show.
Yeah. So, all right, Groo. So Groo is feeling really, really good as a member of the WWE Universe. All right, Andrew, let's break down the card and get our thoughts and predictions. How do you want to do this? You want to like switch off? You want to go first? I'll give you the match. Give me your thoughts and prediction, and then I'll give you, and we'll debate.
That sounds great. Right. Go for it.
All right. I believe this is called the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. Bray Wyatt with our new Nothing Worthwhile favorite, LA Knight. Yeah. Andrew, Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. Not really sure what this match will entail, but I'm sure it'll be a fun view. Andrew, thoughts, and who do you got?
Well, I am enjoying this whole thing, and I have to credit LA Knight for that because he's really the catalyst for what Bray Wyatt's doing, and I'm fully invested in it because of both of them. And what I think the pitch black thing is going to be, it's going to be lit up by everybody's phone. You'll be able to see it. Because the Firefly thing. So, everybody you'll be able to see what's going on. I think everybody's calling this thing to be a disaster. So I think that these guys are hitting on all cylinders right now, and they got something planned, and something that I think will work, whatever the hell it is. In fact, it's almost more exciting that we don't know. I'm interested to see. So there you go. They got me on that, and that's why it's a great business.
Who are you predicting to win?
Oh, I'm definitely Wyatt. It's his first match. It's his first TV match back. Correct? It's his first.
This is his first televised match since 2021.
I know he's been doing some house shows. But Yeah, he's not losing his first time out. But LA Knight will be booked strong, as they say, as I learned recently, because he's on the rise as well. So they're not going to make him. At least I hope they don't make him look, destroy him on his way up. I don't think they will. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I think it'll give both guys a good push. But Bray Wyatt wins.
You really think they're going to light with everybody's cell phone? That's going to be the big innovation for the pitch black match.
I mean, I'm sure they got something planned, but the only thing but at the absolute minimum, that's what I'm picturing. But like I said, it's cool that we really don't know. You're right. I'm sure they've got something, just don't know what it is. So right now, I can only go by what I know we're going to see.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Andrew. I don't think there's any way that Bray Wyatt loses his first televised match since 2021. And I agree. They will do something to make LA Knight strong because they definitely want to invest in him. This guy seems to be golden on the mic, and I think he has a chance to be a pretty big star in the company as well. Uncle Howdy this character will somehow get involved, I believe, in this match. I think the pitch black. I think there will be something with the lighting. I'm not really sure. But they got to do something interesting here because they've done a very, very, very slow burn. With Bray Wyatt to the point where storylines sometimes on the segments don't really even progress much. Now, the one thing I do like about what they've done with Wyatt since the return is sort of this nebulous persona. Almost like a regular guy who sort of falls into his old personas from time to time. I think that's the way to go. It almost feels to me with the comparison of The Undertaker, when The Undertaker kind of went to kind of a combo of the Dead Man and the American Badass, where it's not like this, the Bray Wyatt, the supernatural Bray Wyatt. That crap. The Fiend, I don't think solely the Fiend wasn't going to book well over the course of years. It's a short-term kind of thing. So I think Triple H is smart to kind of bring Bray Wyatt back to earth, so to speak, and refer back to those old characters and new characters from time to time. But yeah, Groo, I agree with you. I don't see any avenue that Bray Wyatt loses his first televised match since 2020.
Yeah, I mean, because of that slow burn. But I agree with everything you say. And Like I said, I'm listening to and reading stuff, and everybody's just pissing all over this thing. I'm like, this is the best time for the WWE in years, and dare I say, even like decades. And it's like, don't you think that Triple H is smarter than that with cage match on Raw? An obvious exception.
People are on shitting on the pitch black
they're just saying,
match.
They're like, it's a gimmick, it's stupid. It's like, why do this? It's like, it's going to be horrible. Excuse me. I'm excited to see what the hell it is, and so I just don't.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Triple H is too smart to leave it. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a stinker. But I don't think it's going to be a situation where it's like the Fiend with the red light and it's annoying. I mean, I'm sure Triple H has tested whatever they're going to do over and over again. And again, it could be a stinker because, perhaps it's some kind of unique, weird thing. But I'm pretty sure in Triple H's hands, he's looked at every avenue to try to present it as exciting television. So I'm interested. We'll see what happens. All right, Groo, match number 2 for the Raw Women's Championship. Champion Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. You want me to take it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Alexa Bliss, we've seen, she's trying to put her past behind her with Bray Wyatt, and they sort of have these moments where they show the Moth and Uncle Howdy. And, Alexa Bliss is sort of, I guess turned heel, for lack of a better word. Question's going to be, will she top the EST of the championship? And now, Alexa Bliss has repeatedly come on television now and said that, Wyatt and Uncle Howdy are not influencing her, and that, she's going to rip Bianca Belair's eyes out. As I've said before, I'm just looking at my notes, I think Bianca Belair is on the precipice of almost a John Cena type run. I believe she's going to ride into WrestleMania as the champ. She is one of the top women stars on Monday night, and I don't really think anything will change here. I think the real interesting piece, similar like you said with the first match, is where will they eventually go with Alexa Bliss? Feels like perhaps a reunion of sorts with Bray Wyatt somewhere down the line. I think that's what the WWE Universe wants, and that's what it will get. But again, I think Bianca Belair is a big star. I'm a big fan of hers. Incredible athleticism. She retains and goes into WrestleMania as champ.
Yeah, I am going to agree with that because I think Alexa Bliss is just a rest stop for Bianca Belair on her way to something that I'm not going to say yet because it involves another prediction. So I'm agreeing with you. Bianca Belair wins this one. It should be a good match. I hope something with like Uncle Howdy or Bray Wyatt becomes involved because that's the direction that Alexa Bliss should and probably will be going after this match is done. So, I'm with you on this, Bianca Belair.
I really hope Alexa Bliss doesn't listen to this podcast because Groo's analogy was, she is the rest stop.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like.
It's humor, it's comedy. Relax. I'm just trying to.
I don't want to get canceled.
Alexa Bliss is the porta potty to Bianca Belair's stream of success as she rides into WrestleMania. All right, Well then, let's stay with the women. I'm going to throw it to Andrew. The women's Royal. So let's do this for the Royal Rumble. Give me your winner. Give me a surprise entrance. Perhaps a veteran that you think might show up, and then give me one wild card. If it's not the person that you think it's going to be, who do you see maybe as a strong number two? Can you do that?
Yes. All
right.
I'll start with the surprise veteran. I think Trish Stratus will make her semi-annual or biannual appearance in this. She usually does. So I'll call that the wild card. What exactly do you mean by wild card? Like completely out of left field?
If your winner doesn't win, who might be your number two?
Oh, all right. My number two, before I go to my winner, my number two is going to be Asuka. I think I'm feeling her like being pushed. Yeah, exactly. That's my number two. And here is my theory for the winner. I think it's going to be now. Before I reveal this, which women are in it right now? They're not many. Not many have been announced.
You're right. You're right, and that's part of my notes. There is a sort of a certain intrigue because I think they've only announced just a handful of people.
So
they've announced Raquel Rodriguez, Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan, I think Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Candice LeRae, Emma. I think, according to my notes, that is it so far.
Okay. All right. I forgot about something. Okay. Here's my forget about Asuka. My wild card winner. I'm sorry. I apologize. My wild card winner is Rhea Ripley. All right. I actually had her winning until about an hour and a half ago, and then I changed to this. So here's my thing. So for my winner, I think it's going to be either Charlotte or Bianca Belair, and I do believe those two will face off at WrestleMania for unifying the titles. I'm calling that right now. I think it's time for Charlotte to be given the Roman Reigns treatment on the women's side, and I think that's going to happen at WrestleMania. I think it's time. So that's what I see happening.
Let me get a visual of Charlotte and Bianca in the ring together in their ring attire.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Hang on.
Oh, sorry. By the way, I just love Andrew. He has his notes, and he's like, wait, I'm changing everything.
I have no notes. I literally have nothing in front of me.
All right.
I'm not bullshitting you.
Okay. I do have notes. Can I take a crack at this, my friend?
That was the plan.
I don't see them doing that, though, with the women's title, unifying it. Because I think now they want to get out of the unification deal with the men's. I don't know why. I like having a unified champion, and I would be for it in the women's as well. I don't see anything. I don't feel anything that they would be going that angle. That's an interesting take. I'm going to give you my old school surprise entrant, and that's just going to be Nikki Bella because they're doing a reality show with her.
Okay.
And she's getting married to the guy from Dancing with Stars, and maybe they'll bring the Bellas or Nikki Bella back. My long shot pick, or my number 2, so to speak, and I don't believe this. I'm pretty lock solid on my pick, but my number 2 is going to be Raquel Rodriguez from SmackDown. Big time star from NXT, or big name from NXT. She's big, she's tall, she's pretty, baby face, and I think eventually on the SmackDown side, had it not been for Charlotte Flair, I think she would have eventually beaten Ronda Rousey for the belt. Ironically enough, Ronda Rousey not mentioned at all for the Royal Rumble.
I think she will. I think she will be.
You know what? I hope she doesn't. I'm kind of done with her, and I'd like for her to go away right now.
You know what? I know we're supposed to keep going with this, but why did this fail? I mean,
can I tell you why?
Yeah, I have a theory, but I want to hear you.
I don't really think her heart was into it the second time around, and I said it on the podcast from the beginning. Her promos were weak and lame. Her best match since she returned was the match against Raquel Rodriguez on SmackDown before
That's a good point.
Charlotte came in. Now, I don't like how they did it, but it's done. I think the one thing, and I was talking to a friend or a colleague about this at work who's a little bit of a wrestling fan. I think the WWE learned a lesson, though. I think for a while they fell in love with UFC talent, because I do believe they do bring a legitimacy to sports entertainment. But you can see that she's not, she's not a territory, and I know the territories are gone, but she didn't burn it out on the road like, these wrestlers have and things of that nature. I just don't think her heart was really into it. Was it a money grab? I don't know if I'd go that far, but second time around just didn't feel magical like the first time. How about that?
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah, that's a good take. All right,
Andrew,
but I do think she will be coming in for the Rumble.
Well, I hope not, but we'll see. My winner is Rhea Ripley. I actually think she has been enhanced in a secondary role initially with Judgment Day.
She's 1,000% right.
Not been in the ring, but they've almost positioned her as a China-like enforcer for Dominic Mysterio, and I kind of liked it.
She's the glue of the Judgment Day. It revolves around her, really.
Yeah, she's the Reggie Jackson of Judgment Day.
She's the straw that stirs the drink.
And, I think they'll end up going Rhea versus Bianca, 2 big husses at Mania, although I wouldn't mind what, Andrew's idea as well. But I just think Rhea Ripley has really been enhanced, and they've kind of kept her out of the ring, almost like a special attraction. And I think Rhea will win and challenge Bianca at Mania. Andrew thinks Bianca and Charlotte to unify the titles, and I would not be disappointed with that either.
Hey, for her to win the Royal Rumble and take Dominic Mysterio's virginity in the same year, that's a win. That's a big year. That's a win. That's a big year. Good for her.
All right, very quickly about your prediction, though.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. If I'm Triple H or if I'm booking, am I not going to diminish one of my top 2 stars by trying to put them in the ring maybe a year or two, in my estimation, too soon? Like, my thing, that's just my only thinking about your thoughts would be somebody's taking an L. Now, probably Charlotte could take the L and still come back the next day, clean. But I don't know. I feel like Bianca might get hurt if she takes the L. Just a brief thought, hearing what you were saying.
Yeah, I think for some, yeah. Like I said, I just thought of this an hour ago, and it made sense to me. I think Triple H is he seems to be kind of a strike while the iron is hot kind of guy, with the exception of the Bray Wyatt thing. I'm not quite, and you can see why it doesn't really work, although it's getting better. Your take would have been, like I said, your winner is my number 2. So,
okay.
So we're almost on the same page with this one.
All right. Men's Royal Rumble. I'll go first, and then I will throw it to my partner.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think there's much intrigue here. I think they're going
Really?
Cody Rhodes. You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. Here's the thing.
I can't wait for this.
You didn't. I don't believe there's much intrigue as to the winner. Now, how they get there and the surrounding pieces.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking at me like I'm full of shit.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I wasn't. I was just resting my elbow.
All right. Well, I mean, I think they're going to go with right up front. The promos have been Cody Rhodes coming back from a brutal injury. Cody Rhodes is going to do what his dad never did, which is win the WWE Championship. I'm looking at my notes. I'm still hoping we get The Rock, but I don't think we will. I think we'll get some typical surprises to create some excitement and unpredictability. I think you'll get some of the young guys getting some shine. I think you'll see Austin Theory, maybe even Dominic Mysterio get an early shine. But always the WWE under Vince, now we're under Triple H, but the WWE on the med side always goes veteran strong when you come down to the last 4 guys. Very rarely do you get that youngster that gets that shine. So obviously Sami Zayn could be a wild card. And then, you might even get perhaps Seth Rollins, maybe Brock Lesnar. But my lock solid prediction is going to be Cody Rhodes. A secondary, I'll just do a couple of names out there. Maybe Sami, maybe Seth, maybe Brock. Actually, I think Brock the least out of all of them. And in terms of an old school showing up, it's Texas. I know Booker T is a Texas guy. I think maybe we'll get Booker T and perhaps a return of one Zack Ryder to the Royal Rumble. So, but I think it's Cody, but I think there's going to be enough elements with the bloodline Sami that's going to make it fun. But I think I'm pretty solid, 99.9%. Cody Rhodes is winning the Men's Royal Rumble. Andrew?
All right. So you're going to get upset with me.
Okay. Well, I'm already upset with you.
That's true. I'm not. See, here's what I'm not understanding about the Cody Rhodes thing. To come back after a year and
not a year, 8 months.
All right, and leapfrog over literally everybody, and I think I said to you privately, I said a lot of things, but among them was among them. Sorry. Among them was that maybe give Cody like a warm up thing and then go for the gold at like SummerSlam or something like that.
Yes, you did.
But here's what I see happening, and if I'm booking this is what I'm doing. Because like I said, strike while it's hot, and the money right now is for Sami Zayn to win this Royal Rumble and his final test at WrestleMania to go up against Roman Reigns for the Universal title, which he will lose. But that's the money feud in all of wrestling right now that everybody is waiting. It was so many other things, but the way these guys have put this thing together, layer by layer, props to all of them. And you said Michael Hayes, no matter what, I mean, if your prediction is right, we're going to get a great main event at WrestleMania because that will be a great match. But I really think the money is with Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. My old school pick, I'm going to go with the American Badass. I'm going to go with that character coming into the Royal Rumble. They had him come out the other night, and for some reason, it just rolled off my tongue on that one. But that's usually it's the Honky Tonk Man, but I think he's done. But I'm calling the American Badass Undertaker. And my second place would be Cody Rhodes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So let me comment off a couple of things.
Yeah.
I absolutely don't disagree with anything that you're saying. And by the way, I'm thinking you could still get to Sami Zayn versus Roman with Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. How I don't know, but I still think you could get that match as well. I actually don't think you're going to. I mean, what is in it for the Undertaker to come out and get eliminated? I mean, no, come on.
Yeah, you figured
really?
you figured he would just beat the shit out of somebody and chase him out of the ring or something, so he would eliminate himself. I don't know. I can't really think of anybody. It's such a while. There are so many people around now, so you can get a few. You can get Ron Simmons. You can get even DDP was there the other day, and Rotunda's still wrestling, and IRS was in the back. So they're all wherever the WWE is, or at least they're all on good terms. So you could see any one of those. So I just picked the one I would love to see because I just really enjoyed seeing that American Badass just come back one more time. It was really cool to see.
All right, well, Andrew, let's get to it. The last match on the card, and it's a big one for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. I'll toss it to my partner first. Groo, thoughts and predictions?
Well, this has been a great feud. The only thing that's sort of anchoring this feud and keeping it from being really solid is that there's no other way other than for Roman Reigns to win this match. I mean, he's not dropping the titles or a title and if they haven't, I mean, it's for both titles. So it's for the unified title, whatever. He's not dropping it at the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Royal Rumble is facing Roman fucking Reigns. So that's the only thing that's keeping this feud from being an all-time great. With the involvement of Sammy and the back and forth, and Owens sort of going on a Stone Cold route, which I'm enjoying, by the way. I think it's going to be a good match. Owens will take care of that. He'll take some nasty bumps, and so will Reigns. He's been putting his body out there lately. It'll be a fun match, but I don't think there's any doubt as to who's going to win. And it's going to be Roman Reigns, probably with some help, but it'll be Reigns to retain the titles.
Okay. Can't disagree with anything that Andrew said. I mean, obviously, this is, from what I've read, KO and Roman will clash for the third time in 7 years. So they've had some big matches throughout the years on the different pay-per-views. I think they know each other well. I agree with Andrew. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be a very physical match. Again, they'll play off of the whole Sami Zayn thing. How, will Sami get involved? Won't he? There'll definitely be an appearance by Sami Zayn during this match. How and what, I have absolutely no idea, which is probably a really good thing. And I agree with Andrew. All signs indicate to me, as I'm looking at my notes, the Roman Express, the Lex Express, the Roman Express will chug along all the way to Mania. And then obviously the question is going to be, Sammy Roman, the relationship, how that's going to play out in the weeks to come. I do think, as Andrew said, very physical, and I think you're going to get that KO within a hair's breadth.
Yeah.
And Roman's going to, they'll book KO very strong in a loss. One thing that was of interest, and we talked about Busted Open, was Bully Ray broke down KO's promo on Raw, in which he said, I want to hear it again because KO never promised to win the match. He promised to keep on fighting, which is kind of like his slogan.
Yeah.
So Bully Ray said right then, when the babyface promises to win, they better effing deliver in the ring, but he didn't. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was interesting. So I agree with Andrew. Prediction: Roman Reigns retains.
Yeah, it's kind of boring when we have the same predictions for just about everything. Let me ask you a question though.
Hold on, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. We're different on the men's and women's Rumble.
Yeah, but by a hair because because our number twos are the same. So we agree.
I barely have any hair left in my head, so
yeah. But I got to ask you. All right, so a little fantasy booking now.
Go ahead.
Do you think so? My theory about Sami Zayn, challenging Reigns, assuming that The Rock is out. If The Rock, The Rock could show up on Saturday, but all signs are pointing to no. And I don't want. Well, we weren't going to talk about WrestleMania, so. But if you were booking this, do you think Sami Zayn is ready for that main event or WrestleMania? Or would you go to another interesting take that I heard? I forgot where I heard it, but I liked it. Sami somehow turning on the bloodline or whatever, being kicked out, something, and he and Kevin Owens beating the Usos at WrestleMania for the unified titles. Do you think he's not quite ready for main event?
I agree with I do, but I also agree with your point about you got to go when the iron is hot, and I absolutely agree with you on that point. So, if I believe in Sami Zayn and the character, and it is the hottest storyline on television in terms of pro wrestling, you only have one chance to make money, and I think they would have preferred, perhaps, to get that really strong main event and then book an incredible, second layer main event with the Usos versus KO and Sami. But if they're riding high on Sami Zayn right now, I'd somehow try to get Sami Zayn, in the main event WrestleMania, whether he's ready or not. Who cares? Let's just get him out there and I agree.
All right, cool.
It's all like akin to the Daniel Bryan, the Yes movement. I mean,
good point. Very good analogy.
It's starting to pick up, but I will be curious to see the fans' reactions, and I'm sure it'll be a strong one as the Bloodline segments, as they progress, as we get closer to WrestleMania. I'll be curious to see the reaction for Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Well, I'm just excited. I'm excited about pro wrestling. Maybe that's why I don't need Xanax anymore. I have something else in my life. Wait, did I just say that out loud?
I don't need adult videos anymore. I'm actually, I'm going to be on the couch, probably one full day, unwashed, and greasy pizza, Cheetos, Coke, and hand down my shorts or sweatpants and ready to go.
That's right. Me too. And can't wait. Just like the old days. Looking forward to it.
It'll be fun.
Yes. The Royal Rumble.
Close out this mini-sode. Give us one thing you're watching this week.
I'm watching. I watched. The reboots of Night Court and that '70s show. Both of them basically the same review. Fun, nothing memorable, but cute. One thing I am watching this week this new anthology series, which is like it's a different cast each week, a different story each week. It's like the Twilight Zone.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
So say it.
The Accused?
Yep. That's what I'm watching this week. I watched the first and second episodes, which are available. I think I watched them on Hulu. I think that's where you get them. Did you watch it?
I saw the first episode.
It was pretty out there, but it was pretty it was pretty gripping though. I gotta say, I love Chiklis. I love that actor. He's Michael Chiklis is really good. I enjoyed watching him, and I like the premise. There are a lot of ways they could go with it. They probably went a little over the top in that first episode, but I like the idea, so I'm going to stick with it.
Okay, good. Yeah, we watched. I didn't see the second one, but we definitely watched the first one.
Good.
And
it's good.
We watched it straight through. Groo, I already spoke to you about what I'm watching this week, and I got to thank Andrew, Mayor of Kingstown, Paramount Plus, Jeremy Renner, Kyle Chandler, Hugh Dillon, Diane Wiest. Jeremy Renner plays against Type as the younger brother, who is the mayor. He's the younger brother, whose older brother is the mayor of a small urban city in Michigan. Jeremy Renner is the town's deputy mayor. His older brother, the mayor, gets killed. He gets slotted into the mayor position, and off we go. Gritty, violent. I'm enjoying it, and I think you will too. Mayor of Kingstown, Jeremy Renner, Paramount Plus.
Sounds like a ripoff of Black Sheep with Chris Farley and David Spade. The younger fuck up of the mayor,
No, it's really no. He's not really. The whole town is based on the prison system, so they have like 7 prisons within a 10-mile radius, and basically the mayor's position is just putting out fires, but it's all like with gangs, prisons, illegal shit, and Jeremy Renner vacillates from being highly ethical and moral to just being the dirtiest, sleaziest scumbag because he's got to keep this whole thing moving along.
He's really good. I like that guy.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Definitely plays against Type here. Not a clean cut superhero here. So it's good.
Yeah. Well, you told me about that before, so I'm going to check that out as well. Where do you get that? Drew, where do you get that one?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I got that.
All right. Yes, you do.
Yes,
thank you.
I do.
Groo, for our next episode of Van Damme, Groo and I will travel back in time to 1994 as we will give you our thoughts and criticisms on Jean-Claude Van Damme, Mia Sara, Ron Silver. Turn back the clock.
Wait.
Your history.
Who?
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Mia Sara, and Ron Silver.
Sara. You know who that is?
I do know. She was in that Tom Cruise.
That's Ferris Bueller's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's in that?
Yes, she is. Older, a little bit more.
All right. Well, something else to look forward to.
A little more voluptuous.
Hey, take it easy.
Turn back the clock. Turn back the clock in your history. It's Groo. It's 1994, and it's Time Cop.
Time Cop, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, that's the podcast we do, right?
Van Damme. Wait, we're doing that after WrestleMania.
It's just our next Van Damme. Whenever we get to it, we're going to,
right.
My God. We do it once a month.
Right, but next week... No, wait. Next week is Springsteen. Next week is Springsteen.
I'm going to that's why I'm promoting it last.
It's late here.
Oh, the guy just deflates sticks.
It's late.
All right, well then, Andrew, for our Nothing Worthwhile podcast, Groo and I will be live in Orlando, Florida. It's our 100th episode of Nothing Worthwhile as we celebrate all things Nothing Worthwhileness and the E Street Band. Groo, it's our 100th episode, Orlando, Florida, for Bruce and the E Street Band.
Yeah, it's so cool that we're that for our 100th we're doing one of the foundation, one of the 4 pillars of Nothing Worthwhile. Bruce Springsteen, WWE, Howard Stern, and Billy Joel. I would say are the 4 pillars.
And as Wait. And as Craig Hasselbein said, a bunch of movies I've never heard of before.
Yeah. Well, I didn't listen. I didn't listen to his thing yet. I'm not listening.
Just making a.
I'm not listening to them.
All right, good.
Good. I want to hear them when they air. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. We're gonna have a great weekend. We're meeting a couple of our buddies up there, and we're gonna have a really good time. And I'm really looking forward to the show. I mean, look, I don't get. It was funny because I was online, like everybody's bitching about like what songs they rehearsed, and I didn't look to see the songs they rehearsed, but I see the bitching, and they're like, I don't want him to play this, I don't want him to play that, blah 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 blah, and I'm like sitting there like, I'm going to see Bruce Springsteen. I don't give a fuck what he sings. I mean, it's going to be fun at the absolute minimum, So whatever, we're going to have a great fucking time next weekend. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's like the start. It's like the start of. That's our Royal Rumble. That's our Royal Rumble. That's our precursor to WrestleMania. So that's our. So this is our Royal Rumble. Look at that.
It is. It is funny though, just the convergence of luck and karma that our 100th. It really is legitimately like our 100th episode, and it falls on a weekend that we're reuniting in person, and then on top of Springsteen and E Street Band, it just could not have worked out any better. I mean, I don't know what's going to have to happen for our 200th episode. Like the world explodes. I don't know what's like.
We are going live. That we are going live from our villa in the Dominican Republic.
See, Papi. That's right. That's
right.
All right. Well,
we're going to be with Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, and we're going to be riding and styling, profiling.
Yep.
Whatever the hell that means.
That dude will last forever. Good and good for him. So, all right, Groo. Royal Rumble minisode. Let's call it an evening and take us out of here.
You got it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on this very special episode of Nothing Worthwhile. It's been a pleasure to be here for you on this weary Thursday evening. But we are ready for the Royal Rumble on Saturday night. And then the following week, we will be in Orlando, Florida for Bruce Springsteen and the legendary E Street Band. And we'll be live with our post-show review and all the happenings up in O-Town, Florida. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, what is it we say?
Rip him, but
I just completely.
We may have to start. We may have to do LA Night at some point. We may have to move into LA Night. I love that LA Night.
Yeah, but we're gonna stick with Rhythm. So let me talk to you. Yeah, but instead tonight, at least going into our 100th episode, maybe we'll change it for the 100th to 200th. Every 100 episodes we'll change it, but for right now, possibly for the last time, Evan. 1, 2, 3, rip 'em.
Yeah.
Quack, quack.